Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and we are back in Automation Light Campaign V2 in Archanan with Vista Automotive, and these are the final stretches of the campaign. We have a budget currently of over 100 billion, and right now residing at a score of 361,000. Isn't that something? Anyway, we designed the glorious Sunshine in the last episode, our first dedicated convertible vehicle. Maybe we should have started that series of vehicles before, because it was scoring really well in the market screen. And what we already have in engineering otherwise is the Gent 09, but that will take a while to get finished. And in today's episode, definitely we have to finally take on the Dash 02. Our supreme race, no, not race car, but rather sports car slash supercar slash mid-muscle car. Yeah, follow-up version to that one wouldn't be too terrible. And needs to be done very soon, because otherwise it will never finish before the end of the game. So I think we should get rolling, because we definitely need to design it right now. Oh yeah. Okay. This is a little bit tricky though, because, oh wow, this one is tiny. Maybe we should split them up once again into two series? Like a light sports car version, which is this one. This one would sell like crazy in Farina. And then we make a proper muscle car, which is this one. This one is not a light sports car, if you take a look at it. No, it isn't. And I've never even tried building one of these. This looks really fun though. This is amazing. All right, let's do this. We built both of them this episode though, and this is from 2005. Let's make a light sports car version like this. This looks like a, it's kind of like one of these V8 supercar, Australian V8s or something. What is it called? Like this mini V8 series. It's pretty cool. This car is tiny. Let's see what we can fit into it. And I think I'm going to put advanced high-strength steel into it. It shouldn't be too much of a hit on engineering time, because we have plenty of familiarity with the steel one. And I think there is quite an overlap between those two options, because they are so similar. So I hope a lot of the familiarity carries over to just using the different material. Okay, and here it is, the super awesome design with our door handles. Let me just quickly mend this problem. A little bit chrome, yes. Oh, brilliant. And of course, we do need a side indicator here somewhere as well. There we go. Ah, isn't it pretty? Well, just from the front it is acceptable. From the rear, forget the rear. And of course, banana colored, because banana colored is the best color for the dashes. What do we need here? I do want to give it rear wheel drive. That is all we need. And now for the engine. Okay, so this is our light sports car. That's tricky. Light sports car. I think I know what we are going to do. Oh, this thing will be so amazing. People will just have drool coming out of their mouth seeing this one. At least the ones in those categories. Ah, beautiful. 2.5 liter V12. And you know what? Why we are doing this? Because we only are capable of building shitty single overhead cam 4-valve that can't rev. That's why. For the base version of this engine, let's start out with a cam profile of 75. That should be good enough. 11:1 and loads of tech. Throttle per cylinder it is, because responsiveness. And I think we can start out with a rev limiter of 8,000, because this is a tiny capacity per cylinder. That should rev pretty well. And of course, short cast headers. Yeah, the good old. And we are going with bypass and reverse flow, because we can. It's not that heavy. It's just 5 kilos extra for something like this. Or we might even go for just one of these and no bypass for the base model. Yeah, I think that's a good option. How much power is this thing going to make? We have a little bit of struggle with the octane. What do these numbers say? 236 horsepower in one of these tiny vehicles. Really good reliability too. Oh yes, I'm digging this one already. Let's see how this one reacts to revving a little bit higher. That's losing reliability rather quickly. And with the correct exhaust setting, we are now making 244 horsepower out of a, what was it, 2.5 liter engine, without going super crazy on the settings. And yes, here we have our little banana color car, and we're going to put a 4-speed automatic in it. No, not quite. Sequential single clutch. That is exactly what we are going to do. And 6 gears as standard. And how high do we need to push them? Oh yeah, that's pretty sporty. Sports compound tires, and of course in the rear we do want to have some proper tires on there. 265s. Oh shit. Yes, that's pretty big. And how about 255s in the front, because it's a front engine car. Oh, this looks kind of terrifying. This looks too large for this car. And yes, the recommendation is actually a 225. Let's go 225s first and see how we need to improve this for the higher up versions of this engine and car. But 15-inch rims, not really what I was looking for. 17 on this one. It's much better. And we do want to stay reliable, but not overdo it with the cooling. So maybe go with 1.5 times or something. Let's say 250. 250 should be enough, and we can increase this a little bit more. And yeah, 531 total. Okay, that's not too bad. Seats, 1 basic, no entertainment, and anti-lock and power steering, and of course all the quality. There we go. And do we want to have all the quality in here, really? So this one is 45 kilos, and if we go like this, it's 44 kilos. How much difference does it make? 38. Nah, it's not worth it for the loss. But this is pretty good. And here the same thing. We have none, but +7. And probably electronic stability. Yes, we did say that in the last video, didn't we? That we wanted to have electronic stability for all of our new cars, because then we can really tune them to be proper sporty. Advanced safety, and no quality added because weight. And now I think it is time to unpack the active sports suspension, but still stay with our other standard stuff. And this is looking really good from a stats point of view so far. Light Sport 118. Ooh. And this car just requires 84 production units to make. Yeah. The engine will take much more, doesn't it? Let's see. The engine, wow. Okay, yeah. The engine takes a lot of production units. I think this might look like we need a larger engine factory than car factory. But let us check out a few more stats here. What do we have when it comes to high... Whoa! This is right on the edge when it comes to our aerodynamics. We do have a little bit of lift, which is fine. And I think this might be a good compromise. Very nice handling and then just understeering right at the end there. That's neat. Okay, market stab. Let's see. Wow. Okay, this is a really good car. The track category does like it as well. So this seems to be the way to go. Now we do have to make several trims with several different engine variants of them. And let me name it first. Alright, as you can see, our marketing department has become a little smarter. And this is now the VA-L10. L for Light Sports, of course. Maybe you should call it LSP. LSP10. Yes, exactly. And the only thing I'm really a little bit worried about is that there's not much more in this one. So I might want to change it to a slightly larger stroke and then downstroke it, so that we can have other engine variants with a little bit more grunt to them. Here we go, that's just perfect. The 65 bore again and the 62.7 stroke and the 2500B, and that's exactly it. Now test this one, go forward, make sure that everything is in order. And the only thing that has changed is, of course... Oh shit, we haven't done the gearing yet. Have we? Nope, we haven't. There we go. Much better. Okay. Can I have better gearing for drivability? Oh no, we're wheel spinning a lot. Wow, we're wheel spinning so much. Time for traction control. Activate traction control. And the brakes, oh my god. That's terrible. Look at this. How much brakes do we actually need in order to not make this brake fade? Not that much. It's pretty good. What does it say about this? Okay, 71.1. Versus, so this is the best setting with the pad type 50. And we get up to 70.7 and 58.2. And here we get 71.1 and 58.2. The same. So that's really good. Higher drivability. Let's keep it this way. So we're soaking up the heat in a larger disc instead. Okay, I think now it's finally done. See here? There is our little V12 sitting. And it is downstroked and downbored right now. And we do need to clone it and produce a more premium version of this one. And what do we put in there? Of course, premium. What else? And standard? Or are we going with premium? Premium will be the highest, so let's go with the standard option here. And step it down by 2 steps, exactly. Because the tech pool penalty here is 2. And this should already be a lot heavier and a lot higher prestige overall. Still no quality in there. And I don't think we need to change anything else in this trim thingy. The handling, yeah, it's playing along. But I do want to change the engine a little bit. Just slightly more high end. And how do we achieve that, you ask? Well, I think it's time for a higher cam profile. And more revs. Wow, this thing is really amazing. It revs to 9,000 on standard internals without complaining much. Well, it starts complaining now, that's for sure. Does it start actually... There, okay. Yes. But this is still good enough. I mean, look at it. It's amazing. And yeah, I think for the premium version, we don't really want to go with 95 just yet. Because some Archanans may want to buy it, and in Farinia it's not that super available either. But for this, yeah... No, that should be good. Also, this is kind of made for Farinia, so it would be stupid to exclude the Farinians from it. But what can we do to bore and stroke here? Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. it starts. There's exactly... Oh yeah, that's exactly the limit. So maybe we just want to upbore it instead. Because that's possible. We are not suffering from any kind of valve float there yet. And there we have it. Oh, nice. That's a power band right there. It will feel like the car getting nowhere though, because the torque curve is just dropping off. But for acceleration, this is very cool. Like infinite power band. When you are up there, you shift into next gear, and you are still on the same level of power. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's go with this engine. That's the 2000... Oh yeah, we made it slightly larger. So now it is at 2600. And I can go... Oh, there's more in it. For this one I certainly can go a little bit richer. And then there's even more in it. 267 horsepower at 8,300 RPM, revving to 8,900. That is a very good single overhead cam engine. Now let's see how... Whoa, look at the power band. It's just constant power, yeah. Yes, it reacted well to the changes. Ouch! No, it didn't. Oh, no. That was hitting us quite hard, actually. Wow. So let's compare. If we put this one in there. Okay, so this is the difference. Interesting. Well, it seems like the difference is a little bit towards the sporty side, and we do get a little bit more prestige as well with this engine. Because of the added capacity, slightly more performance, and a bit of drop-off in drivability, but I don't think that's too terrible. And we're down to 4.8 seconds from 0 to 100. That's a proper little light sports car. Brakes had to be optimized. Alright, and this is the premium version done. Let's have a look at what we could do to a super trim. Super light sports car. Yeah, I think we are going all out here with the handmade interior. And premium infotainment. It gives us one extra slot here. It's very good. And that's really killing in the light sports segment because no budget. Anyway, this stays as is, but now, ooh, yeah, the brakes are not playing along, are they? Ah, that's much better. Okay, and we're going with this, and now for the engine. Oh, no, we have a slight amount of brake fade. And the question really is, can we take more than this? I don't know. But I think with a differential and then setting up the gearing such that first gear goes to 100, the improved engine will be tamed. Yes. And let's do this right now. We are cloning this and selecting it. And this will be the, what is it, 3000S? Let's see, how much can we put in here? Yes, that is correct. This, and this. And no, our short cast headers! They're not playing along. What the hell? Oh yes, they are now super strangling the engine. If you just compare this, like they have a maximum power of 284 horsepower of this one. And yeah, I think it's time to select for this one the tubular headers. Oh no! 322 horsepower at 8,300 horsepower. 322 horsepower at 8,300 horsepower. Yes, exactly. That is an inefficient engine. Oh my god. And oh, we can get more. We can get more. The premium fuel, of course. Let's see. How much more compression can we put in this one? A lot. 329 at 8,800. No drop off in sight. And no, we can't amp up the rev limiter because we made the engine so much so much larger, and so much more undersquare. That's or more towards undersquare. That the pistons and conrods, even forged, can't stand it anymore. And, yeah, okay, the exhaust was still a little bit too small for this new change. 336 horsepower now. And now it's dead. Why is it dead? Completely, like, dead. Super dead. Maybe because we're in Archanan? Oh yes, okay, and the fuel choice is not available. And in Farina, the fuel choice is available. Alright, so this one can't be sold in Archanan. That's very interesting. Good that it tells you though, so that's neat. Light Sports Premium, oh yes, and Super, a little bit, not proper supercar, but it's getting there. And I think we are done with this little series of cars. Ah, that is interesting. A proper lineup of light sports cars. We haven't had that so far, I think. Maybe way back in the day, like 20 episodes ago or something, but in the early days we had completely failed to build those. Maybe we are going back to failing now. Anyway, let's move forwards and engineer those bastards. We can't really have a hyper version of this because it doesn't make any sense. And ouch. Do we want to have our engineers on this project or on the muscle car-ish project? That is a good question. Let's think for a while. We have to cover the super and hyper car segment with our muscle car lineup this time around, because this one doesn't really cover it. It has a super trim, but it's more like a premium light sports car. It doesn't quite go together. Let's invest a little bit into this and make it come out after 4 years and 12 months. The engine should be no trouble getting out in time. Yes, there we go. 1 billion. And they all have basically the same reliability. Neat. Oh, now this becomes really challenging. How do we do this? Because this factory has, this setup has 2 engine factories. And that's one huge, and has those. That's, well, yes, alright. We are going to take this one and have a large factory here. And I don't know which one is then just available. No idea. Oh, okay, that is cheap. we get money. That's nice. I like that. Why can't it always be that way? Oh, engine factory cannot meet demand. Oh, of course not. Of course not. Probably needs to be the other way around, doesn't it? Oh, really? What is going on? Still no bueno. Wow. Are you for reals? Do we actually need to... Oh, now it can match. What? So yeah, it did need to be the other way around it. Now, let's check it out. Yes, just about. The car is so easy to make. And the engine is so not easy to make. I think I'm going to dial it down even more, because this is ridiculous. Oh, we're getting 1 billion extra. How much does this cost? 1 billion. Okay, so it's basically, yeah, you get it for free. Let's transport, let's just dig out the whole factory and put it somewhere else. And here we go. That's looking good so far without the markups, but you never know what comes out of it. Light sports car, 40%. Yeah, I think this car will sell like crazy. So let's do something like this. I think 80% markup on this should be good. And check the markets again. Yeah, 80% seems a little high though. What is Gazmia thinking about these? Ah, it's doing better here. Yeah, it's really down to budget, it seems. Let's put it at 60 instead. And there we go. I think this will lead to some overproduction, but should be all decent enough. So let's sign off of this, and I think this took so long that we have to cut it up into 2 pieces. I hope you don't mind. But of course you do mind, but well, too bad, right? So this was the new lights, the VA-LSP10. And in the next episode, we are going to do the second half of the new dash. The dash for the last 10 years of the game, or 5, because it takes 5 years for it to come out. Alright, anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.